button, the very first song in 5 seconds. Okay, so get it ready in 4, in 3, 2, 1. A love song. Cool. Okay, so come on up to the top of your mat. You will want your lighter set of weights towards the top of your mat, your heavier set of weights, if you own them, towards the back of your mat, your squishy ball just close by, or your firm pillow, whatever it is that you're using, and come to mountain pose. So just standing nice and tall, feet underneath your hips, shoulders relaxed down, crown lifted. You can close down your eyes if you're comfortable, and take a giant breath in. Maybe an open mouth, exhale. And then twice more like that, big inhale breath all the way in. Big exhale breath all the way out, letting go of your day. One more time, biggest breath you've taken so far today. And exhale, let it go. All right, inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, big stretch. As you exhale, fold over your legs, bend your knees on the way down. As you breathe in, slide your hands to your shins, lift up halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step your right foot back, lower the knee. And then as you breathe in, push down into your left foot, so your arms lift up towards the sky. As you exhale, cactus your elbows, let your chest reach a little bit more forward, your hips a bit more forward. And then take another breath in, maybe your elbows could reach a little bit more back. Beautiful. Exhale, fingertips will frame your front foot. Keep your right fingertips down, lift your left arm up, nice twist. As you exhale, left hand comes back down, step your right foot back up to meet your left. Slide your hands to your shins, lengthen halfway up. Exhale, fingertips to the ground, step now your left foot back. Softly lower the knee. Push down into your right foot, arms lift towards the sky. Inhale, breath. Exhale, part the elbows, send the chest forward, open across the front of the body. Take one more breath in, maybe the elbows could reach a little further back. As you exhale, fingertips frame your front foot. Keep your left fingertips down, reach your right arm up, nice big inhale. As you exhale, right hand comes down to the floor. This time, step back into a downward facing dog. Take one breath in. Party's gonna start in just a moment. Big breath out. Remember to take breaks as you need. Honor your body every step of the way. On your next inhale, shift forward into a high plank position. We're gonna move into one of our least favorite exercises right away to get them out of the way, some push-ups. So feel free to do this on your knees if you would like. Take your hands just a little bit wider than shoulders, and then slowly bend your elbows any amount as you inhale, and as you exhale, straighten your arms. Inhale, bend the elbows, keep your gaze forward. Exhale to straighten. Again, the knees can be down. The elbows don't need to go all the way out, so the chest comes in line with the elbows, but that is somewhere to work towards. Down and up. Let's speed it up. Down and up. Knees lifted or lowered. Keep the low belly hugged in. Gaze is slightly forward so your neck is long. You got it. 4 more here. Let's go for 3. Last 2. And then shoulder taps. Last one here. Right hand, left shoulder. Plant it down. Left hand, right shoulder. Bring it down. Right hand to left shoulder. Plant it down. Left hand, right shoulder. Bring it down. Let's speed it up. It's right and left. Right and left. Woo! Try to keep your hips from moving around too much. Keep your gaze down, your low belly hugged in. It's tap and tap. You got it. Tap and tap. We're here for 8. Then we'll come down onto our forearms. The elbows will be underneath the shoulders. And we'll take little toe taps off to the side, starting with the right. In 2 and 1. Here we go. Elbows down. Right toes tap to the right. Bring them back to center. Left toes to the left. Bring it to center. It's tap and center. Tap and center. Woo! Right. Bring it in. Left. Bring it in. Keep pushing down into your elbows. Low belly hugged in. Great thing about this workout, again, it's full body. We're working everything here. It's tap and in, tap and in. Woo! Let's go 2 more each side. Then we'll hold the feet together. We'll come into a little shoulder protraction. So 1 more tap to the right, 1 more to the left. Stay in your forearm plank, just lower your chest a little and then push the ground away. Lower and push, lower and push. Gaze stays down, neck is long, low belly in. Woo! We're here for 4, for 3. Then we're gonna come onto our belly. We'll grab our light weights and extend our arm forward. Right here, knees down, chest down, grab your weights with your hands. Extend your arms forward, little swimmers. Right arm lifts, left leg lifts, lower down. Left arm, right leg, lower down. This one gets really spicy really fast. We've been working those shoulders. So if the weights are too much, feel free to drop them. If the palms facing down doesn't feel good for you, you can always turn your thumbs up towards the sky. Keep it going, lift and lower, lift and lower. You have an option to stay with the swimmers or superwoman, lifting both arms, both legs. Give it a try, lift and lower, lift and lower. Woo! Shoulders are burning. Feel the booty working. Low belly stays hugged in. So I'm working the front body just as much as the back body here. Lift and lower. 4 more. Then we're going to stay lifted. The legs will stay high. The arms will pull back into a cactus. Into and 1. Just the arms pull back. Pause there so you can get a little bit higher with the legs and the arms. And then just pinky fingers are going to come towards one another. And then back into your cactus, your legs stay lifted. So pinky fingers reach towards one another behind you. And then cactus, one more time. Reach back, get a little higher. And let it go. Holy freaking moly. Come on up. Grab your squishy ball. If you've got one, you're going to bring it behind your back. You're going to come down onto or into a seated position. How are you doing? Thumbs up? Thumbs up. Yay. Okay, so if you've got the squishy ball, you're going to put it right behind your low back. We're going to do some crunches here. So again, traditional crunches, just lying all the way down, is doable as well. You're going to have your feet on the floor planted. Hands can be either behind your head or give your shoulders a little break, hands in front of your chest. We're just lifting the torso and then lowering it down so you feel a stretch. Lift so you feel a squeeze, lower so you feel a stretch. It's up and down, up and down. Good. You're going to feel your hip flexors here. That's the core of your core, your psoas muscle. Totally normal. What we want to avoid is feeling any strain in the neck and the low back. So make any little adjustments that you need to and take breaks when you want. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Then we'll stay lifted. The right leg will extend out long. And then we'll pull the right leg in towards the chest. Follow me in 2 and 1. Stay lifted. Right leg's going to extend. Lower the leg, lower the torso. Lift the leg, lift the torso. Lower down for 2. Lift up for 2. Oh my goodness, down for 2 and up for 2. Only 4 more of those. Woo! So you're feeling a stretch and then you're feeling that tighten. 3 more. Woo! We're going to stay lifted. The leg will stay high. We'll twist to the right in 2 and 1. Stay lifted, just little twist, like your left hand's reaching towards your right leg. If you need to adjust your ball, go for it. I do, so I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. Lower down, little twist. Woo! Little twist. So you're reaching your left hand towards your right leg. You can use your right elbow for a little bit of help here. We're just here for 4. For 3, back to the traditional crunches in 2 and 1. Here we go. Right foot down, just lower and lift, lower and lift. We're here for 4. Then we're going to extend the left leg, pull it in, extend it long in 2 and 1. Stay lifted. Left leg lifts, left leg lowers as the torso relaxes back. Left leg lifts as the torso lifts. Lower down for 2, lift up for 2. Try not to strain the neck here. You need to take a break. Get off the ball for a moment. Go for it. Woo! We're here for 6, 5, Then we'll stay lifted. We'll twist to the left. In 4, in 3, almost there, 2. On this last one, stay lifted. Right hand reaches towards left leg. Just reach, release, reach, release. We're here for 8, almost done. 7, final push. 6, 5 more, friends. Stay with me. I'm here with you. 4, feel the shake, the quiver. 3, 2. On this last one, just hold it there for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower the foot, roll to your side, remove the ball, get it out of the way. Give your torso a little bit of a roll out. Take a sip of water before we go to the next one if you like. That one is such a killer. We're going to one-heart chair next. So you can grab your chair as you're ready. Stand on up. Give your abs a little happy rub. Have your chair in a place where it's not going to slip on you. And you're going to want a little bit of space around you. You're also going to want your squishy ball close by. So if you got it still with you, just have it close. You're going to hold onto your chair just lightly and then take a few little steps back. So you're having to lean a little bit forward. Your hips and your heels are staying in line with one another. And there's going to be a soft bend in your stabilizing leg at all times. So take a little bend in both your knees to begin. Then we're going to extend the right leg back in space. And then turn the toes slightly out. Now visualize a clock and think of the number 5 where it is in space. And then lift your leg to that number 5. Lower down, toes tap, and then lift to the 5. Lower and lift. It's a pretty small movement really. And what we're targeting here is the glute maximus. So the major big booty muscle. It's just tap and lift, tap and lift. Now what I want you to focus on is that your hips are pointing towards your surface. There's a tendency for the hips to kind of open up to the side. We want to stay facing forward. And we want to keep that soft bend in the left knee at all times. This helps to engage the front of the leg as well as the back of the leg, so the leg is in an integrated space and the joints stay happy. So it's a lift and a lower, just waking up that glute. If you're new to bar, or maybe you just don't remember this, but the stabilizing leg, that's where it's probably going to feel the most. So your left butt cheek might fatigue faster than your right. It's tap and lift, tap and lift. We're here for 8. The weight is in your left heel. 6. Woo, 5. In 4 counts, we'll keep the right leg lifted. We'll keep that external rotation and we'll pull the heel towards the butt. In 2 and 1. Here we go. Right leg stays lifted. Pull your heel towards your butt and then extend your leg towards straight. So little hamstring curl. Pull it in, extend it long. Pull it in, extend it long. So your right knee is just slightly open to the side. Your right knee is back behind your left knee. And you're extending your leg towards straight. Your toes might touch the ground. They might not, totally, depending on your alignment and the length of your legs and all that fun stuff. But it's a hamstring curl and an extension. Hamstring curl, extension. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2. On this last one, hold it here. Grab your ball if you've got it. Stick it in between your calf and your hamstring. Just a little squeeze and squeeze. If you don't have the ball or you don't have a pillow, no big deal. Just a little squeeze and heel towards butt. Try not to lean too much to one side or another. Keep your weight nice and even in your left foot. It's just a squeeze and squeeze, squeeze and squeeze. Woo! Little bit of a lean forward, sending your weight into that left heel. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Things might cramp. That's normal. Take breaks as you need. We're here for 8, 7, 6. Then we'll lose the ball. We're gonna go into a curtsy lunge. So your right leg will step back to the left, and then we'll pull the right knee towards the right tricep. It'll be slow motion. Follow me in 2 and 1. Here we go. Remove the ball if you still got it there. You're gonna step your right foot behind you to the left, put weight into that foot, bend both of your knees, and then come back up, take your right knee towards your right tricep. Slowly step back, curtsy lunge, weights in your left heel, come back up, knee towards tricep. Keep your left knee bent the whole time. So as you come up, keep that left knee slightly bent. It's lower for 2 and lift for 2. Let's just speed that up right here. It's down and up, down and up. Woo! Keep your weight in your left heel. You're using the chair for just a little bit of support. Try not to push too much weight into it. It's up and down, up and down. We're here for 8. Woo, 6. We're gonna stay in the curtsy in a few moments. Just lift and lower the hips an inch. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low, just little lift, little lift, little lift. Woo. Shoulders are back, chest is nice and open. Bend and bend, dip and dip. Woo. Final 8 here. Then we'll come back up to that knee touch tricep. We'll pause there, find little lifts. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up, hold it there, just little lift up, lift up. So the knees lifting higher, lifting higher. Woo. Lift, soften in your left knee. You got this. It's lift and lift. Left butt cheek is feeling it, I know. You have an option here for this final push. We're here for maybe 20 more seconds. You can extend your right leg towards straight. So it's lift. There's a higher amount of lever, so it'll make it harder. Try to keep your weight even in your left foot. Your low belly hugged in. Woo! We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We'll hold it high. In 3, in 2, and 1. Just hold it there. For 4, embrace the shake. For 3, for 2, maybe get a little higher. And 1, let it go. Give it a little shake out. I like to take my wrist and just kind of punch out that outer hip. Give it a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. How are we all doing? Everybody can hear me, see me? We're good? Beautiful. We're gonna switch sides. So I'm gonna move my chair. You don't have to move yours unless you want to. Make sure you've got your squishy ball handy if you've been using it. Let's do it. I know we're, I like Cheryl. I think that's you anyway. All right, as you're ready, take water. Let's do it. That's a long song. It's almost 7 minutes, so whew, I still got my heater on. Okay, so you're gonna have your hands on your stabilizing surface. Start to walk your feet back, walk them back, walk them back. Just enough so there's a little bit of a lean forward, a hinge. That's what stretches the glute. So when we go into that contraction, we're strengthening the muscle in its whole, in its wholeness. So to start, you're going to slide your left foot back in space, externally rotate it a little bit so your big toe touches the floor. And then if you think of a clock, now the numbers or the 7 on the clock. You're just going to do a little lift and lower, lift and lower. And because this was our stabilizing leg just not so long ago, you're gonna feel it. It's gonna feel much more worked than the other side, but we're gonna even that out now. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Your hands are very light on your support. You're mostly just using it to help with your balance a bit. Your low belly stays hugged in. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Shoulders are back. Woo. Weights in your right heel. I love this one. Seat work's my favorite. It just feels so good. And you can always tell the next day when you did seat work or 2 days later when you go to do all the things that you do throughout the day. And you're like, oh my God. Couple more here, friends. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4, 3. Then those hamstring curls in 2. And 1, here we go. Pull the heel towards the butt, extend the leg towards long. Heel to butt, leg extends. Good, pull it in, extend it long. Woo! So your weight's still in your right heel. You're probably feeling that outer hip start to burn now. Lift and extend, pull it in and extend. So good. Try to keep your left knee back in space. It'll want to creep in. So try to keep it back, extend and bend. Weights in your right heel mostly. You're still leaning forward a little bit. Woo! We're here for 8, 7. Then we'll grab the ball if you got it. If you don't worry about it. Just pretend you have it. 4 more. 3 more. Keep that bend in your right knee. Super important. 2. And 1. Grab your ball. Give it a squeeze. And just hold it and squeeze. 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 Hurts so good. Woo! Low belly stays hugged in. Your front body is pulling towards your back body. Nice. Squeeze and squeeze. Keep that right knee bent. Squeeze and squeeze. So good. Whew. Just sweating over here. Whew. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Then we'll lose the ball. We'll go into our curtsies. We'll go nice and slow to start. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lose the ball. Step your left foot behind you over to the right. And then bring it up, knee to tricep. Back behind you, knee to tricep. Good, nice and slow on your way down. Nice and slow on your way up. It's down for 2 and up for 2, down for 2, up for 2. So good. Woo! So when you're coming up, remember to keep your right knee softly bent. And keep feeling that you're moving your right knee slightly back in space. So with this lunge, your knee will be over your ankle a bit. I know in fitness, a lot of times we always say, keep your knees behind your toes. And that's great, but sometimes that doesn't happen and it's not the end of the world. But just be mindful that you're trying to bring your knee behind your toes. It doesn't, no huge stress if it's not behind the toes though. Couple more. Woo! We're gonna stay low in 4 counts and just lift and lower the hips just an inch. In 3. Woo! Into. All right, one more. Down and up. Now hold it low, just a little dip and dip. So this is where mind-body connection. Feel that you're moving your right shin a little bit back in space, a little bit back. So every time you dip down, think about leaning a little bit back, a little bit back. Woo! Shoulders are back, face is relaxed, take breaks as you need. We're here for 8, friends. Woo. And we're gonna take the left knee towards the left tricep. Just find those little lifts at the top. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Bring it up. Keep the right knee softly bent. Just a little lift, little lift. Oh my gosh, my right butt cheek is like quivering. Lift, lift, lift. Take a little peek at your right knee. Make sure it's softly bent. Just lift and lift. Woo. Try not to lean too much to your right. I was just doing that. Keep your weight more center. Lift and lift, lift and lift. Final push here. Option to extend your legs straight and give it a little pulse at the top. Just lift and lift, lift and lift. Oh my goodness. Back biceps and booty. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're gonna hold it at the top. In 3, in 2, and 1. Hold it there so you can get a little bit higher. Embrace the shake for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Let it go. You can dance it out for the rest of the song. We got about 10 seconds. Nice job. If you guys like myofascial release, if you got one of those like lacrosse balls at home, you'll want to like use it up against a wall or on the floor. It should feel really good if you got one. Nice work. Okay, next movement we're going to be doing, we're going to be on our knees. I should have mentioned this before, but if you have a blanket or a towel, just if you have sensitive knees, you could grab that, put it down on your mat. You're going to want your squishy ball, a heavier set of weights, or if you don't have a heavy set of weights, you could take your light weights, or if I kind of have a medium and a light, so I'm just going to stack those. So I've got a 3 and a 2, and I'm going to put those in one hand, and a 3 and a 2, and throw those in the other hand. Cool. So you're going to take your squishy ball, if you got one, or a pillow, throw it in between your inner thighs, and then squeeze the ball a little bit. Cool. Make sure that your knees stay happy in this position throughout the whole thing. If they ever feel funky, make adjustments. Grab your weights. We're going to lower our hips towards our heels to start. Sorry, so we'll start here. And then you're going to lift your heels or lift your hips, bring your weights towards your shoulders. So you lower the weights, lower the hips, and then lift the hips, lift the weights. So nice and slow. It's just lowering the hips down, lifting the hips, lifting the weights. It's down for 2, just a little squeeze on that ball the whole time. Up, down for 2, and up for 2. Good. When you're coming up, feel a little bit of a squeeze of your glutes, like a pelvic posterior tilt, if you're familiar. So it's like you're trying to get your tailbone to come forward. Good. We're going to speed this up right here. It's up and down, up and down. Good, just one count up, one count down. With the elbows, or with your bicep curl, feel that your elbows are doing this movement. It's really tempting to let the momentum be what lifts the weights. Try to let the biceps do the work. So biceps are a little bit away from the rib cage. So your weights are just a little bit away from your body. Good. Couple more here. Then we're gonna stay low. The hips are gonna hover like 1.5 inches off of the heels. We'll do little lifts and lowers there. And we'll take the biceps out into a wider curl in 4, 3, 2, and 1 right here. So just a little lift with the hips. You're gonna rotate your weights wide, and then just a lower half curl, but to the side. Woo, those thighs burning. It's a little lift, little lower, and a little lower half curl to the side. Woo! We're gonna do a full range curl, lift the hips all the way up in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, all the way up, weights to the outer shoulder, and then hips all the way down, weights all the way down. Keep it wide. Keep it wide. Good, make sure your knees are feeling okay. You can always remove the lifting of the hips if your knees are feeling funky, and just work those biceps. Woo. We're here for 4. And we're gonna come to about a midway point. So the hips will be a little bit higher. The weights are gonna be in line with the elbows. We're gonna slide the forearms forward and back. Are you ready? In 2 and 1. So weights go just in line with the elbows. The hips are just a little bit in the middle. And you're just gonna slide the weights together and then slide them wide. Your hips are just staying there. Woo! Pull it in, pull it out. Good, so thumbs pull, or pinkies pull together. Thumbs pull back. Oh my gosh, my legs. Pull together and pull back. Make it interesting in your legs. Maybe go a little lower. It's in and out. In and out. We're almost done. In and out. We're gonna go back to those full range hip lifts. Keep this movement with your weights. Here we go. It's down and up. Down, weights wide, up, weights together. Down, weights wide, up, hips together. So a little rotation, your shoulder or your arm bone is moving in your shoulder socket. If it's too much on the knees, or if you want to drop a set of weights, you totally can. Down and up, down and up. Little squeeze of the ball. Woo. Almost there. Final 8. Final 7. All right, 6 more. 5. Last 4. You got to stay with me. I'm feeling it too. Last 3. Last 2. I'm going to stay up. Just do 1 full bicep curl right here. It's down for 2 and up for 2. High 5. Good job. That was hard. My legs are like, take water if you like. Oh my goodness. Stand up. Give it a shake out. If you can. Oh my gosh, they're literally jelly. Okay. You're gonna grab, okay, I'm gonna leave this up to you. You can either grab your lighter set of weights or your heavier set of weights. You can always switch in between. I'm gonna go with the heavier to start, but then I'm gonna switch to the lighter more than likely. So, you have options. Tricep work, my friends. So you have your heavier set of weights. I'm just gonna turn to the side for this one. You can take your feet about hips distance apart. Push your butt a little bit back in space so you're leaning forward. You're keeping your shin bones pulling back, your low belly hugged in. Bring your elbows up behind you. Keep them nice and high. And then extend your arms back behind you. And then bend your elbows. So it's an extend and bend. Push the weights up. Pull the weights in. It's lift. And in. Push. And bring in. So keep your neck nice and long. Feel that the tailbone and the crown of the head are reaching away from one another. We're gonna hold the weights up, just find little press ups. In 2 and 1, just little press up. Press up. So the arms are mostly straight and your hip or your weights aren't going much lower than your hips, if at all. So little lift and lift. Lift and lift. Woo! Feeling it already. So weights in your heels, booties back. Little lift and lift. We're gonna keep the weights up and just pull the palms towards one another in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep them high, pull together, like you're trying to squeeze an imaginary ball. Little pull and pull, doing so good. Keep your weight in your heels. You're pulling your arms together, little pull and pull. Final 4 here. I'm gonna flip the palms up and just find full range lifts there. Follow me in 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip the palms up, lower the weights down towards your hips, push them up, down and up. Woo, down and up. Good. I'm gonna lower to my lower head set. Feel free to do that as well. Lift and lower. So the palms are facing up. You're pushing the weights up. We're here for 4. Then we do little squeezes in 3, in 2, and 1. Thumbs together, 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 together. Little pull together, pull together. Woo! Almost done with this one. We're gonna be moving on in a moment. We got 5, 4, and then we'll stand up. The weights will extend overhead in 3, in 2, and 1. Here we go. Stand up, arms come overhead, connect your weights. Bend your elbows so your weights go behind your head, and then full range extend. So bend all the way, extend all the way. Bend, extend. Soft bend in your knees, low belly hugged in. Woo! If you got really light weights, you can squeeze your hands around those weights. So you're working those little muscles in your forearm and your wrist as well. Woo! Couple more full range, and then we'll hold the weights up. Just do little tiny lifts there. Final push in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Hold them up, just little push, little push, little push. Almost there. You got 8 more. 7, 6, stay with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Good job. We have to do more leg work now. Keep a light weight if you want. This is optional. You're gonna need your chair. Grab a sip of water if you want, hydrate. Okay, so this one's a little funky for the setup. So you're going to be using your chair for your left hand. You're going to be taking your left foot so it's pointing towards kind of the right side of your chair. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna be opening up and then coming back. So you just want your chair in a good spot where your mat's behind you. If you want to use a weight, grab it in your right hand. So you're facing towards your chair, but a little bit to the right. Now, as you're ready, we're gonna step nice and wide, cactus the elbow, bend both of the knees, and then come back to standing, hands to the chair. So open for 2, close for 2. Find your balance. Open for 2, close for 2. So a little cactus of the arm as you land, and then nice big circle of the arm as you bring it back. Landing nice and lightly on your right foot. Open for 2, close for 2. We're gonna speed that up on this next one. As you're ready, let's do it. Open, close, open, close. Get that heart rate up a little bit, if it's not already. Only 4 more here. 3 more, then we're gonna stay in this open position. Find little dips in 2 and 1. Here we go, stay here, just little dip, little dip. So the elbow's lifting a little bit and the hips are lifting a little bit. Woo! Tailbone is rooting down, low belly's hugged in. You can keep your left hand on the stabilizing surface, or you can come to your hip, whatever feels better for you. Gonna do a little bit more challenge for the balance here, so know that the chair is there for you if you need it. We're gonna keep the hips low, keep that right arm where it is. Lift and lower our heels one at a time. On your mark, get set, stay low, right heel up, lower it down, left heel up, lower it down, right heel, left heel, woo! Lift and lower. Just 2 more each side. You can always lose the weight if it's too much. We're gonna go back to the open and close in 2 and 1. Here we go. Close it, open it, close it, open it. Just 4 more, and then we're just switching sides. No big deal. In 3, in 2, in 1. Here we go. Switch the weight and move your chair if you want, or just switch the way that you're facing. On your mark, get set, open it up, cactus, close, open, land soft, close. Good. So your toes are pointing slightly out. Your heels are in. Try to land lightly on your left foot. You're cactusing your left elbow on your way down and finishing a nice big circle on your way forward. Let's speed that up in 2 and 1. Here we go, together and open. Pull it in, extend it out. Find your pace. Woo! Nice heart rate climbing up. A little bit of a cardio burst here, but still keeping it low impact. Nice job. Doing so good. We're here for 4. For 3, then we'll stay open. Just little dips in 2 and 1. Stay, little dip, little dip. Catch your breath. You got this. Hand can be on the hip or on the chair. Just little lift, little lift. Woo! I love it. All right, remember you got that chair for some balance if you need it. We're gonna lift and lower our heels one at a time in 2 and 1. Stay low, just lift heel, lift heel, lift a heel, lift a heel. You can always lose that weight if it's too much. Lift and lift. 2 more each side. We'll go back to the open and closes in 2 and 1. Here we go. Close it, open it, close it, open it. 4 more. And then with our final push, we'll stay wide. We'll bring the weight to our chest if we've got it and just dip it out in 2 and 1. Here we go. Stay low. Bring your weight to your chest. Just little dips, dips. Knees and toes are pointing the same direction. If you want a little last bit of spice, bring your weight out in front of you. So it's about in line with your chest. Little dip, little dip. Woo! Feel your knees pushing out, your glutes working. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Stay low. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Shake it out. Take water. Amazing job. We're going to be coming onto our back. You'll want your squishy ball. You're gonna do some inner thigh stuff. You can move your chair out of the way. We are done with it. Amazing stuff. Woo! Sweating up a storm over here. All right, so give yourself some space. Take your ball, your whatever it is that you're gonna be squeezing, to your upper inner thigh. Give it a little squeeze. Lay all the way down onto your back. Take your feet a little bit further away from you than you think you want to. So rather than having your heels really close to your bum, push them out a little bit. This will help to get our hamstrings recruited as well. So if at any time your knees feel funky, walk your feet further away from you, okay? Just let your hands relax down. Make sure your chest feels nice and broad. Just squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. So you're squeezing your ball or your pillow and then releasing. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Just waking up those inner thighs. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Let's double time that in 2 and 1. Just squeeze, 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 squeeze. Again, making sure that your knees feel happy. If there's any pain in the knees, walk your feet further away. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Woo. This one's so fun because how often do we work our inner thighs? I feel like it's not like a inner thigh day, you know? So it's really important that our muscles, our bodies, all strong in all parts of the body. So squeeze, 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 squeeze. We're gonna hold that squeeze, hug the ball, and lift and lower our hips in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the ball, just lift the hips, lower the hips, lift the hips, lower the hips. So you're pushing down into your feet. You're feeling your whole foot on the floor. If you want to spice it up even more, you can lift your toes up and just have your heels on the floor, but that gets really fatiguing really fast for most bodies. So choose your own adventure. It's lift and lower, keeping the squeeze at all times. Lower and lift, lower and lift. Remembering to make sure your knees are happy. Lower and lift. We're gonna stay lifted in 4 counts. In 3 counts. In 2, we'll add the squeeze right here. Just squeeze, 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 squeeze. So your hips are lifted. Your heels are on the floor. You could have your toes on the floor as well. Your whole foot. Just squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hips are lifted. Keep the squeeze action. Go, 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 go. You got it. Okay. We're going to keep the squeezing action. Go back to lifting and lowering the hips. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lower, lower, lift, lift. Squeeze, squeeze, lift, lift. So you're going down for a 2 count. Squeeze, squeeze, lifting up for a 2 count. Squeeze, squeeze. Lower, squeeze, lift, squeeze. Yeah? Woo! Keep it going. Just 4 more like that. Then we're going to stay lifted. Hug the ball. Lift the heels up and down in 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the squeeze or keep the hug. Lift the heels, lower the heels. Lift the heels, lower the heels. So your hips are off the ground. You're just hugging the ball in and you're lifting and lowering your heels nice and slow. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Not much longer now, friends. We're almost there. Lift and lower. Final 4, and then you're gonna hold your heels lifted, hold your hips lifted, and then squeeze double time the ball in 2 and 1. Here we go. Hold it up, squeeze, 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 squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Amazing job. I wish I could hear everybody grunting. Okay, final exercise before cool down. Keep your squishy ball. If you don't actually have a squishy ball, just pretend you do. You're gonna stay on your back, push your ball into your knees. Your knees are about over top of your hips. And you're feeling that when you push the ball into the knees and the knees into the hips, your low belly engages. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of an alternating leg and arm extension, keeping the ball and the opposite hand together. Okay, so as you're ready, the right hand will stay on the ball. The left knee will stay on the ball, and you'll extend your opposite arm and opposite leg. Here we go, extend, and then bring it in, and then switch. So with the ball, there's an added kind of difficulty because there's that kind of unbalanced situation happening. So you're actively pushing the ball and the knee together. And if you don't have a ball, not a big deal, just push your hand into your knee. Opposite arm, opposite leg extends. Your leg goes as low towards the ground as what feels appropriate in your body. Remember that when we're working the core, you don't want to strain your neck or your low back. So try to keep those parts of your body out of it. Keep it going. We're going to go 3 more each side. And then if you have a ball, great. If you don't, just pretend you do. You're going to extend your legs up into the air, and you're going to slide your ball up towards your toes. Your head and chest will lift. Okay, follow me. You got 1 more. Each arm and leg is going to extend. Woo! And then both legs will lift up into the air. Roll your ball up. Your chest is up. And then roll your ball down. Roll it up. And then lower it down. Roll it up towards your ankles. Lower it down. You can add on lifting your hips up as the ball goes up. So you'll get your ball a little higher on your legs. So your arms are lifting, your head is lifting, your upper back is lifting, and maybe your hips are lifting. Rolling the ball up. If you don't have a ball, just pretend you do. Woo! We're here for 8. So we're gonna go back into those alternating leg and arm extensions. In 6, take breaks as you need, relax the neck as you need. Woo, 4 more. Little extra lift of the hips if you got it in you. Final 2. Final 1. Bring the ball back to the knees, extend opposite arm, opposite leg, bring it in. Opposite arm, opposite leg, bring it in. Woo! Keep it going. Almost there. Extend and bend, extend and bend. You got 2 more each side, and then our final push. We're gonna bring the ball, if you got it, in between your ankles, Extend the legs into an interesting position and just squeeze the ball in 2 and 1. Ball in between the ankles. Extend the legs to an interesting position. Just squeeze the ball. Maybe lift your head, lift your shoulders. You can do little squeezes of the ball, or you can rotate one ankle in front of the other. Woo, if you don't have a ball, just pretend you do. You got this. Is our final push here. We're almost done. Head is lifted. Chest is lifted. Legs are in a position that feels interesting for you. They can be high, they can be low. Woo! We're here for 8. And then it's stretch time, 7. Woo! You got 6 more. I'm feeling it too, 5. 4 more counts, friends. We're almost there. For 3. Woo! For 2. And 1. Amazing. Take hold of your knees, pull them in. Give yourself a quick little squeeze. Okay, and then roll onto one of your sides. Doesn't matter which. I'm going to start on my left side, so I'm facing you. As you roll onto your side, take your top hand to your top ankle and then push that knee away from you. So you stretch the front of your hip flexor. We did a lot of work to that spot. You're going to roll your top shoulder back, open up across the chest. Let your breath smooth out and slow down. One more breath there. Switch sides, release the foot, roll to your other side. Grab your ankle with your top hand, push the knee back, roll the shoulder back. Nice work. One more breath. Gently release, roll back onto your spine, catch the back of your hamstrings, and then rock and roll up and down the length of your spine. Bring the soles of your feet together, part your knees wide, bring your hands to your ankles, take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, lean over your legs any amount. Take one breath in, one breath out. And breathing in, slowly bring yourself back up, cross your legs, however's comfortable for you. Stretch your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers behind your back, and then take your knuckles down, roll your shoulder blades together, open up across the chest. Take a big inhale there, a big exhale. And then as you breathe in, reach your arms all the way up into the air, clap them at the top. And then as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Thank you so much. Round of applause for all of you. That was hard, so I hope that you enjoyed the hardness of it. Feel